Holy shit, it's Beef Supreme! Holy shit, it's Beef Supreme!
Oh shit,
Oh,
we
I forgot to turn the light off. Well,
1 second.
Sal Magundy. I always do that. I'm a
I'm
dum-dum.
closer, but I have cat paralysis. There we go.
Hello, hello. We're back in the saddle. Beef Supreme is a...
Beef Supreme!
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Oh, you
Sorry,
did?
knocked the mic over.
Beef.
I was at the vet yesterday and I saw the Beef Supreme video. It played at full volume. It was quite embarrassing. That is so funny. We've all been there.
Yeah,
We've all been there.
You're welcome.
Yep. Sometimes you just get hit with the Beef Supreme. Didn't expect it, but
Holy shit, it's Beef Supreme!
holy shit, it's Beef Supreme and Jinjee.
Jinjee.
Beef Jinjee Preem.
He's giving some cuddles
Yeah,
this morning.
Trizzle, Bracken, Deadweight Nate, always wonderful to see ya. Hope you're all doing well.
I just want to boop your little booper.
Jameson. I had quite a bit of caffeine. I'm a little shaky, if you're wondering why the camera is getting those boops in.
He loves the little boops.
Gotta get them boops. Let's see
He
if
does.
we can
He does like the boobs.
get them boops. Get the boops. Everybody get them boopy boops. Boop boop. Get the boof with the beef. Beef beef. Get the boof with the beef beef.
Boops.
This is some top quality content.
Oh yeah, you don't get boobs like that
No,
on the reg.
no. This is
My name's Jason, and I like Jinjee. Carl came for food.
Yeah.
It's getting a little chillier, so he seems to kind of like, I think he's close by. So when he hears, we wake up, come downstairs, turn the lights on and stuff, he seems to be waiting for food now, which is nice.
It's very sweet.
Bracken was wondering how we're doing this morning.
Good. I'm
Pretty
good.
Woke up about 7.
I laid in bed a little bit longer while you made coffee. It was nice. And then when I smelled the coffee, I was like, it's like being in a hotel room. I'll get out of bed now. And I came down for coffee. It was great.
When you're like, I'm not going to drink as much coffee today. And then you're like, but I need it.
He's stuck.
Oh,
One second.
You okay?
Yeah,
You had your claws stuck? Oh.
Yeah. How to do the head tuck.
The head tuck. Head tuck and berry. Here, let's turn that off.
Head tuck and berry?
Well, yeah.
Head tuck and berry.
Oh, you thought it was like a person?
Yeah.
Who is that, a band? I've never heard of it.
Like the head tuck and berry.
Oh.
And
like
I was like
Heathcote or like some kind of weird
head
name
tuck and
like
berry?
that.
I don't know.
We got a couple of we had a couple we got a couple of things to do after stream. We just got to run to town.
Get some sawdust.
Let's see how it says it.
Head tuck and berry.
Head tuck and berry. That's how you say it.
But like I was thinking berry, like Barry, like a person. Like head tuck.
Oh yeah.
Head tuck and berry.
The Adventures of Head Tuck and
No. Head tucking.
Oh.
Like, that's head tucking berry over there.
Oh, not head tucking and berry.
No,
okay.
no, like it's a person's nickname, like
head tucking.
Head tucking berry.
That's like an ostrich.
Yeah.
Whenever Barry gets upset,
he's
dipping that head in the sand.
Head tucking berry.
Which is actually what is it, a misnomer? Because
they just kind of lay it down.
It's Beef Supreme.
Hello, Beef Supreme. Yeah, they lay it on the ground because they think if their eyes are closed that they can't be seen.
Yeah.
They're
a little bit dumb.
But I mean, what isn't a little bit dumb on this here planet Earth? Mr. Fleep, good to see ya. Thank you for bringing in that beef. Everyone's got the meats today. I'm not Beef Supreme. If anything, I'm packaged pork. I would be... If I had to pick a piece of meat...
A piece of meat.
I would probably be... Well, I would probably be ground beef. Because I'm, my body's all fucked up, like ground beef. Maybe a turkey? Maybe a turkey.
Can I have the famous wiener in my anus?
A big old piece of dry ass white meat. Just a couple of things that we found today. Obviously, there's the title is a particular story, but we'll wait on that.
Oh yeah,
one.
what are we talking about again? I forget what the title was.
Oh, it was just how.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Netflix.
I remember now. I remember.
I don't know if you guys have seen Yesterday's with Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. Yeah. I was reading something today that, how it's like she said that her only love was Tupac? Apparently it was just platonic.
Well, and he was also dating somebody else at the time of his death.
Well, and he went to jail for sexual assault.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Yeah, like I keep also seeing these
whammy.
like posts where people are like making him seem like he's the best person, like sharing like quotes by him for like, what a socialist he was. And I mean, sure, he probably was. But he was also like, he went to jail for essaying somebody.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, why? Yeah. Why stick it in your husband's craw like that just to sell a couple extra memoirs?
And what's so silly to me as well is how she's like, we're not really married, and then refers to him as her husband and refuses to, like, get divorced. I don't know.
The way he responded to the memoir, she was like, that's why I can't divorce that
him.
joker.
Yeah.
It's like, he should divorce you.
Yeah.
It should be the kids are like basically screaming for their parents to separate so their family things stop getting ousted.
It's such a weirdly toxic marriage. I don't know. I'm so glad that life is not my life and that I have the life I have.
Yeah.
Fucking knock on wood. My entire house is wood. Thank God.
The decisions that people make are, you can't always relate to them.
Or
but
understand why they make the decisions that they make.
Sometimes you try to empathetically put yourself in their shoes and be like, what would I choose?
Yeah. Or can I understand why this person did make that choice, even though I would never make it?
Gotta be the strangest choice. Trizzy boy. It's kind of like, what is the appropriate response to somebody in a given circumstance? You guys might not.
They probably have heard about this. It's been very talked about a lot. Yeah, in the past few days, the whole Sniper Wolf and Jack's Films.
So this
drama.
is Sniper Wolf, and this is Jack's Films. They're both YouTubers. One is bigger than the other. He's been on it for
he's an OG YouTuber.
First 15, 17 years or something, they said.
For a very long time.
And then this is Sniper Wolf, who apparently used to be a
video game channel, which they're now saying she didn't actually do gameplay herself. It was like her ex-partner that did all the gameplay, and she would sit there. I have seen some of her mugshots.
She was arrested?
Yes, she was charged with other criminal activity in the past. I can't remember exactly what for.
So what her channel has basically, apparently she was a gamer, but then people called her out for like faking gameplay. Like she was just like sitting there commenting on the screen and pretending as if she was playing.
Oh, so crazy.
So apparently she got run out of that environment, and then she started being more of a react-based thing.
Reacting to TikToks that she doesn't give people credit for.
With 34 million subscribers. So there's this Sniper Wolf channel obviously gets quite a few.
Her views have really gone down though. She was always her last two videos haven't gone over 1 million, and she always got over 1 million.
So a lot of this has become like Business Insider did an article on it and stuff like that. Armed robbery in 2013.
I didn't know that. I just know that she had some charges against her, and I'd seen mugshots, but I never really looked into it.
So this channel is basically what Sniper Wolf does is she watches a video and makes poor to no commentary on something. So the internet as a whole was like, you know what? You don't steal shit from people, not mention their names, and be so poorly, I don't know, reactive. What's his name? Oompaville showed that there were screenshots people took where you could see off of the reflection in her glasses.
There's just a white screen.
She was staring at a white screen while supposedly reacting.
Mind you, I do have to say, how much does our TV just look like a white screen in our glasses?
Yeah, I don't know. The picture he showed looked, I don't know.
It was pretty convincing.
Yeah. But so basically, how does a vigilante fight justice that the YouTube police won't? This Jack's Films made a parody channel called Jack's Films, where he reacts to her poor reactions and then poorly.
But gives credit to the TikToks that she freeboots.
Yeah, and he started a game on Twitch where they would literally play bingo.
There's only one specific way you can get a bingo this game.
So in this bingo, it's things like she just reads what's on the screen, or, describes the video before it happens, or steals a joke from the comment section. And it really exploded. Because, we had been watching it, and I even said to Krissy, I was like, I get what he's doing, but at some point, do you think that she'd be able to say it was harassment? But it's parody. It's like if Weird Al made a song of yours that you didn't like, can you do anything about it? Like, it's, it's like, how far do you push someone, and how do they respond?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anyone thought
she would just show up at his house.
Yeah, he was literally streaming at the time on Twitch. I think it looked like they were playing like Drawful or something.
I don't know.
And, or no, Gardic Phone. And someone in the chat or someone that's on the voice call is like, she's at your house.
Yeah.
And
Well, because she had originally posted, like, I'm 5 minutes away from his house. Should I go visit him? On her Instagram stories, and then her, like, 5 million Instagram followers, or however many, like, paid attention, voted back yes. And then she just showed up at his
and then
house.
she takes a picture of the outside of his house and goes, let's talk like adults.
Yeah.
And posts it to, like, 5 million people on Instagram.
Which, that's not how that works.
And
at
so
all.
his reaction and his wife are like, she's outside our house? Like, what the hell? You know,
Yeah.
like they end stream, and obviously he's made a video and come forward saying, like, you can't do this to people. This is like the line you do not cross. Yeah, but that's the thing that I don't, because she's like, she deleted it and she was like, well, how can I dox?
How can I dox? I don't even know how to do that.
How can I dox?
But yeah, that's the thing. She's got,
and
like,
he's like, why'd you delete it?
Like, we don't know necessarily what her fans are like. Like you said, Trizzle, they could be, like, mentally deranged and just, like, show up now at his fucking house and do shit. Like, that could legitimately put somebody's life in trouble, like, in danger. Armed robbery.
Her name is, that is her name, isn't it?
Leah?
Aaliyah?
Yeah, I thought she goes by Leah.
Shit. Someone put that on Twitch. So I'm just looking at what Trizzle said about, is this the same person?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a guy. Oh, but that's probably the accomplice.
What a lovely looking, completely not crazy person.
Yeah, so she showed up at his house, which is like, you know, it's not that he was, you know, you're necessarily scared that she is going to do something, but that people that follow her
But maybe you should be afraid of what she can do.
You can't, let's actually look and see the article about it. Okay. Oh, that's his. What? Oh, details emerge of her getting charged with armed robbery as. So basically, like, she ruined, like, what I said she should have done was, just did what XQC did and said, man, fuck you guys. You know, because nothing happened.
Yeah, if she just admitted to it and was like, yeah, this is what I do, fucking deal with it. Then you fucking own it. Nobody can take that from you. You own it. It's fine.
Like if someone, like it's like that Trisha Paytas. People say you're a psycho, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm kind of psycho."
Yeah.
You know, like it's like, okay, well, I guess that's not a funny joke
Like,
anymore.
okay, well then, yeah.
But she came out with, I don't even know how to dox. This guy's been harassing me. What did I do?
Yeah. His channel is all about me, 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 me. He's obsessed with me. Should I get like a restraining order?
Yeah. So Jason looks like he's jumped forward in the article here a bit. So in 2013, in the gist of this, it says that she was arrested for armed robbery, and a public record of it is on mugshots.com under her real name. According to Redditors, the YouTuber was shoplifting when approached by an undercover security guard that she attacked. She was arrested again in 2016 with her boyfriend, Evan Sausage, for disorderly conduct, fighting charges. Evan Sausage?
I could call you that.
Evan Sausage.
Evan Sausage.
We had sausage last night.
We had sausage and pierogi.
So yeah, she was charged with robbery in
Look at
2013.
that pretty face. Did you just wink at them as a sausage?
So
How
neighbors
dare
called
you.
the cops because they heard screaming, and I got arrested for disorderly conduct. Lol at my mugshot though. You're not supposed to want to have mugshots. You're not supposed to want to have mugshots.
Sheriff McClaw dog as an egg.
Yeah, we were just talking about how stupid and unlucky and unfortunate this whole situation was because we just wanted frozen yogurt. Kind of seems familiar with that. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. They indicted me. But yeah, I don't think brain fully encompasses, because what happened was
I did.
the next day people were taking pictures of the house in the daylight, and for like
of Jack's film.
yeah, of Jack's Film's house. And like, the problem is maybe
Now they're gonna have to fucking move.
yeah, maybe nothing happens.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing happens, but they forever have to know that everybody knows where they live or can't. Her excuse was, I just looked it up on Google and he put his address on Google. That's not really how it works.
No.
But unfortunately, though, sometimes that is how it works.
Yeah, in the similar vein.
Yeah, I had found another article just on Dick Serto about a comedian who had been heckled for 10 years. And what he did was he used this person's name and their LinkedIn and Google and tracked down who this person was. So this comedian who had been heckled by an online persona for 10 years. Is he dead? That's a cute little sneeze. Bobby Mayer does stand-up bits about many topics, blah, blah, blah. He has 54,000 people on his TikTok. And in one of his recent videos, he shared the story about how he tracked this guy down. And initially, I'm thinking like, okay, so the guy heckling him is the bad guy, and he's the good guy. But then I'm like,
wait, this weird.
Wait,
This is all just weird. Like tracking people down that you've met online to go find them without their consent is fucking weird. Just putting that out there.
And like, even if you kind of know the person,
I got off stage and I assumed that was the end of it, but no.
Like, you should at least say, hey, I would love to come visit you. And then be like, that sounds great.
Yeah. Or like, hey, you round? Or like, he could DM the guy and be like, hi, so-and-so who works at so-and-so. Can you fuck off now? But instead, everything that might happen has to be used for some form of clout, right? Like, so this comedian who, I mean, never watched his comedy. This video I don't find him funny.
I don't find it funny
I don't
at all.
find the way he goes about it clever. I think it is just him trying to bolster himself, get it picked up by major news or whatever, right? But so this is what happens.
I will say his gangly body posture at the end really bothers me. Don't know why. That's just
Every time
my
I post on my Facebook fan page for the last 10 years, he comments and he writes chicken wire.
Yeah. So every single post that the guy makes, he puts chicken wire, which is weird, right? It's
like
weird.
whatever.
But
it's not hurtful.
It's the internet.
Yeah.
But he made a mistake. He used his real name. I found him on LinkedIn. I know where he works now. So today, I'm driving 150 miles.
So I've looked people up before on LinkedIn. Like someone, I get their name and I'll type it in and be like, oh, like you say I was looking for somebody's email address or something.
When I worked rental, we Facebook creeped people all the time.
Yeah, like shit happens. But this guy drives 150 miles to confront this person.
To E.E. and Dudley to pay him a little visit. He's an assistant manager. Working there for 10 years, he should be more than an assistant manager.
So this is all the guy did was comment chicken wire. Just chicken wire on every post. What the fuck, right? That is a level of derangement.
It's not even like really harassment or trolling. It's
his
literally commenting chicken wire.
Yeah. So indeed, you may lay awake and be like, why does this guy keep doing this?
But it's also just like, it's very random.
Yeah.
It's not mean. It's not positive. It's not anything. It's chicken wire.
Yeah, like maybe where that guy's from, it means something. But this person, this Bobby Mayer, doesn't seem to know that it's like a colloquial joke or something.
You loser. What even is chicken wire? I guess it's the wire they put.
The one thing that it missed when I paused it there, I paused in the middle of, is he was making fun of him for only being an assistant manager. Which is like, what? Like, okay.
Let the rest play without
Put
pausing.
on chicken cages. I'm not a chicken. Why are you shouting chicken wire at me for the last 10 years?
He wasn't. He typed
Chicken
it.
wire! Chicken wire! Chicken wire! I win! You lose! Chicken wire!
Like, at least the guy's
wire,
laughing.
Chicken wire! This is years in the making. He's been trolling me for 10
I would
years. And now
I will
win
say
for
though,
10
if I
years.
was there
He
as a
has been
random
trolling me.
employee
Chicken
watching
wire,
this, I would
chicken
be really
wire.
concerned about that man's
I
mental
win.
health. Like, if that happened, and I would be like, there's something very seriously wrong with this man.
Yeah, and Jason has nailed it. It sounds like this comedian wanted to be able to make this chicken wire guy a bit.
Yeah.
He wants to use it for clout. In America, you don't just show up to people, do you?
No, it's not funny at all the way he went about it.
That's
No,
what I said.
Yeah, like, no, you can't just go around going up to, like, look at that dude who just got acquitted for shooting that TikTok prankster. He was in the mall, the TikTok prankster came up to him and was accosting him, fucking whipped out a gun and shot him in the stomach, and he got, like, acquitted of it.
He got the absolute, like, it was the most nonchalant stomach shot I've ever seen. The guy just goes, boom.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even, like, it's like second nature. So
Yeah, he legitimately harassed that guy in real life. All the guy ever did was comment chicken wire on his fucking TikTok videos.
yeah, so like Jason said, one of the biggest crimes about this that I thought is this guy had no idea. It's been 10 years. He could have planned the perfect thing for the next 10 years and, printed out a giant banner and who knows, right? He could have done something funny, but instead he drove 150 miles going, I'm going to yell chicken wire. It's like he got there and he went, shit, what was I going to do?
I also feel like the chicken wire guy won here.
Yeah, he just laughed.
Because you know what? If I was him, I would still continue to just comment chicken wire.
So I also think that the ramifications of it, right? The guy showed the town the guy lives in,
Showed where
the
he
mall
worked.
where he works, and his position.
Yeah.
So if this turns out to be a problem, he'll probably lose his job, right? Like anybody else. Like, you brought negative press to our store or something, right? We can't trust if you'll comment chicken wire for 10 years straight, how can I just trust your mental capacity?
And to make the argument, that's honestly the purpose of the fucking internet, is to be able to comment stupid shit like chicken wire on somebody's video for 10 fucking years.
Chicken wire!
That is the express purpose of the internet.
Honestly, my first
Tell me I'm wrong.
inclination would be, is this like some kind of code? Is someone using my comment section to pass messages or something?
Yeah, luckily the comedian is a no name, yeah.
So one of the reasons that we showed the whole thing or whatever instead of just mentioning it is because there wasn't no harm, no foul type thing, right? They both laughed about it. Both of them were, I guess it ended and like another viewer's, clever idea, well played. No, I won't comment to that. But basically, I just think, look at this. However, some viewers commented saying that the heckler may have won as Mayor had to pay his own money, use his own time to get there. It's true.
Yeah.
Gas is super expensive these days.
Yeah.
And the mileage on the vehicle, 150 miles is quite a ways. It's like from here to where we used to live. I couldn't. Hey, torch me. How you doing?
Hey,
How
got
you
that?
doing? Yeah. Hello. We got another beef supremer up in here. But yeah, that was just
That's weird.
a
Holy
diff.
shit, it's beef supreme!
It was different but similar version of the Jax film Sniper Wolf because it's doxing nonetheless.
But it's like non-famous people.
Non-famous people and
like one guy's online, the other's just like
neither
a
of them
random,
were specifically upset.
There's like a random, like legitimate user of the internet, like just a dude.
Mr. Fapster, we know you, sir. How are you? Are you still in Japan?
Domo arigato, Mr. Robot.
Domo arigato.
Domo.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing for me. is him not doing anything funny about it.
Yeah.
But Jason, we got a goddamn good old kitty cat story for you. We got a kitty cat story. Maybe we'll show the kitty cat. My name's Jason, and I like Jinjee.
He's being a sweet little bundle of fur on my lap.
He's being a sweet little bundle of turds. Jinjee. Woo! Hey guys.
Hey, wink.
Wink.
Little wink.
So, a story that I found, which, typically doesn't happen in Chicago. The fucking Bears, deep dish pizza, You're cute. Come on, camera, stay so they can witness.
Oh, I can hold it.
Here. Zaffo 90, what in the...
Zaffo!
What in the blue blazes is this? We were just about to talk about a...
Go, lads. Let's fucking go.
I've missed you too. I hope you're doing well. Jinjee says, hello, I see you. We were just about to talk about a freaking heartwarming story about kitty. So this Chicago marathon runner, who was actually, her name is Sarah Bowen.
That is on, I will say, sorry to interrupt you. The cat looks so fucking evil.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, look, she's got a cat paw on her tattoo. I assume it's a tattoo.
Yeah.
So what had happened was in this 2023 Chicago marathon, the Bowen, she sacrificed a shot at a personal record to rescue the young cat from the edge of the course.
Sorry, did you just call her the Bowen?
Did I?
I think you did. Instead of saying Sarah Bowen, you were like the Bowen.
The Bowen. We're doing pretty good, Zap. We're doing pretty good. We just, doing our thing. Winter's coming. It's getting cold.
It's fall. Tis autumn.
Freaking bird supreme. So, first thing I'll say, good on anybody who runs these. I can't. Her legs look very fucking strong. But something white and fluffy caught the corner of her eye on October 8th around the 21st mile. And as a representative of Paws Chicago, which I would imagine is their veterinarian or animal something
SPSA or whatever.
As she got closer to the entryway of the overpass, she was able to identify the object as a kitten under a pile of leaves. So it looked dirty, scary, and skinny. When she noticed its fur, she knew it was a stray. And with a split-second decision of, do I win a marathon and set a personal record for something I've been training for? Or do I stop and pick up this kitten and give it to somebody that is standing in the crowd?
You stop and you take care of that kitten.
So she picked up the cat and she gave it to a family that was watching from the sidelines. And that family has now, they said, I knew I could provide him a good home. We love cats and animals. So they kept the cat and they the Paws Chicago got in touch with them, gave the kitten a free examination and a clean bill of health. And it's just it's a very small, I kind of always think, there's a lot of terrible things happening. Obviously, we particularly avoid the news that is on the news because it's really bad. But if you can't treat the smallest of things with the biggest of love or respect, how can you treat other things that way, right?
Oh, they named him Casper.
Yeah, they named him Casper. He's a fighter and very interactive and wants to give the kisses. Wow.
Speaking of Casper.
Oh, look at that.
I kind of really want to rewatch the movie Casper.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day. It was the first movie I seen at a drive-through movie theater.
Oh, really? I remember seeing Weekend at Bernie's at the drive-in movie theater.
There's
they were playing Waterworld behind us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Casper cuddled up with the family dog Dash. There we go. So, in and amongst all the stuff going on, There's always someone who could use some help or something. Or a little poop boy. Boop, 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 boop.
As a child, I thought that the kid who played Casper was super cute, but now as an adult, I have a deep appreciation for Bill Pullman, the dad.
Yeah, you've changed.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
This I don't
Hot
know.
dad.
You know what? We could probably go and rent it. We're gonna go and rent it because Netflix has revealed their future-proof plan of success. It's new retail box store locations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like these kids in there. We can just watch whatever we want at whatever time we want. No, that's not. We've seen how much fans love to immerse themselves in the world of our movies and TV shows. We've been thinking about how to take that to the next level. So we hopped in our time machine and we went back to the 90s. Personally, I do love a Blockbuster, a movie rent. We go to fucking Red Apple, which is like it's not a dollar store.
No.
It's like a thrift store.
No,
it's not a thrift store.
No. It's all brand new stuff. It's like a dollar store, or it's kind of like a Giant Tiger. I doubt that that exists in the States. It's a low price.
It's just a bunch of pictures of red apples.
It's kind of like a dollar store.
Yeah, it's big brands and big savings. The bargain shop.
You find them in small towns.
Yeah, look how happy this guy is. Wouldn't you
They
go
have
in there?
a little bit of everything. Like you get clothes and toys and foods and I don't know. They're like, I love a good Red Apple. Red Apple's fucking phenomenal. If you
It's
see
like,
Red Apple, you should go shopping in that Red Apple because you're gonna find some random shit you don't need, and you'll have a good time in there.
How do you pronounce
like the
this?
Sand Store?
How do you guys pronounce
That's
this?
the Sand Store.
I know it is, but when I was a kid, I didn't understand why it was spelled that way.
Son.
Maybe it was. So the Sand
Store? The Sand Store. God damn, I miss the Sand Store.
We had Zellers.
But Zellers got bought out by Target.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Target got the fuck out of Canada, but now they are opening some Zellers in HBC stores, as kind of stand pop-up shops.
They're trying to nostalgia bait people.
Yeah, which you can't fucking
Weekend
nostalgia
at
bait
Bernie's.
Zellers.
Philip loves Weekend at Bernie's. That I remember when I was going to the bar age, everyone was doing the Weekend at Bernie's dance where you just went. Just pretended that you weren't alive. They're not renting movies and TV shows. It's all merch and stuff surrounding their Oh!
It's pronounced like saying.
So, they're going to be selling physical, while it's still unclear if they're selling physical mediums such as DVDs, Blu-rays, video games. Blockbuster took their chance on Twitter to chime in. Said, oh boy, should we tell Netflix how this ends? Which is very apropos. First of all, who runs the Blockbuster account?
I'm surprised
Is
that there is
Blockbuster
one.
an entity? I think there's only one that exists in Alaska.
In Alaska, yeah.
So, first of all, who is running this Blockbuster account?
I don't know.
Because they were on this, I guess, in minutes. And the funny thing is obviously Netflix caused Blockbuster's demise, right?
Rogers Video.
And Rogers Video.
Yeah.
So Blockbuster also came out and commented about how Netflix was doing their crackdown on password sharing, which, created revenue for Netflix that, they hadn't seen before. And it was mainly probably just a bunch of people doing a 1-month free trial before they canceled. But basically, the one thing that it reminded me of is, what it made me think of is we actually have very fond memories of Blockbuster.
Going and renting movies.
Even, we didn't do it together, but separately,
Yeah.
We have that. And I know a lot of people do, right? That you see a wall of movie cases, you're kind of attracted to it, right?
Yeah.
How are you guys managing with the weather?
It's still nice right now. It was +5 this morning when I went out. I think it's only gotten we haven't had a hard frost yet. It has gotten down to 0 at night, but not like I said, we haven't had a hard frost.
It's currently 4 degrees Celsius and coming a high of 13 today. which
So it's actually kind of nice because honestly, I hate the hot heat of summer.
we got a lot of flies.
Oh yeah,
Like, we
the
can't
flies
wait
fucking
for them
suck.
to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I would go, the one thing about Blockbuster, I'll say I don't think this new generation would be able to possibly handle is late fees.
Oh yeah.
Or like returning them, because you think about how, like, say someone who's like 10 years old, they have only been programmed to like watch it and forget about
Yeah.
it, right? And imagine now having to keep it in your mind to go to the location to drop it off.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at what Zaffo said.
It baffles me. 0 is not a big deal. No, 0's nice.
Well, we were actually discussing too. So, like, a huge difference here is we have dry cold, whereas you guys have like a really wet cold, and
Yeah.
like it honestly makes such a difference when like it's not like it does. You're not wet and like humid.
Yeah, well, like yesterday it was kind of like just a drizzly, dank day, and I actually said while we were walking, "Is this what it's like in Vancouver and Britain?"
Yeah.
And Krissy is like,
Yep.
pretty much, and because it has a different
It
level
sets into
of
your
cold.
clothes, and yeah. Versus if it's just a dry cold, I don't know. It's a lot easier. Like it can honestly be -30 if it's a dry cold, and it's not nearly as bothersome. Like, I will say you step out into -30 and you take a breath, and it's like, and then you have to like proceed to take like short breaths after that.
Yeah, like you, or you have to cover up. Like,
Yeah.
so I used to work outside, obviously.
It is an interesting experience to take a deep breath in -30.
It is. The instant cough.
Yeah.
So when I used to work in the field, literally walking through fields, I'd have a balaclava up to here, and I'd have a toque to here, and then my top and bottom eyelashes would be frozen to both of them, and there'd just be frost on my face.
This is how you survive in Canada.
Without glasses. You can't use glasses.
Oh yeah, no, you need to take the glasses off because this shit'll be totes fogged up within like 5 minutes.
I will also like to reference that it is not cold in here.
Or yeah, no, it's nice and warm. And so this is how like if you're gonna kind of walk anywhere in winter and it's cold out, this is what you're gonna look like.
Yeah, and everybody. So when it was like mask season in winter, we were wearing this shit. Like during COVID, people were wearing fucking scarves and shit all the time anyway. So it was kind of, went hand in hand for at least 6 months. I do agree, Jason. We do indeed feel fear for our son, Carl.
He survived though. He's a.
Is he there right now? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We fed him earlier, so he's not at the feeding board. That's the camera for the outdoor cat.
Carl.
Krissy actually read a poem,
I
a stray
know.
cat poem the other
It
day.
was like a feral cat poem, and I cried a little bit. It was so stupid.
Should I see if I can find it?
I don't want to cry.
You don't want to cry?
I know where I could find it. I could very easily find it. But I don't want to read it. It was just a very sweet poem about feral cat, taking care of feral cats.
So we would love to let him in.
Yeah.
He's come up to the door a couple times, and Jinjee is a dick to him.
Oh, Jinjee's such an asshole.
He won't let us pet him.
No.
We've probably invested like $600 in cat food in him, and he won't. Like, he'll now sniff our hands when we hold out the food.
You might feel a little like wetness of his nose as he sniffs you for like a brief second, and then he backs up like, "Oh my god, I grazed you."
He also he has developed a
He's very expensive taste for a garbage cat.
when he meows, like it's like he didn't know how to meow before, and because we talked to him, he goes like he doesn't have a voice box, and he's straining so hard.
It's very cute.
And then we give him me back, and we give him his little food.
Yeah.
He's cuter than that.
It's a very high pitched.
Some cats really can't really meow, and it's so cute when they try it. Yeah, I think because they don't from what we've read or watched or whatever, they do it primarily for us.
Yeah. It's like he did figure out that he can make these sounds, but he doesn't understand that he doesn't need to move his mouth so much. And so it's like he moves his it's so cute.
It's super cute.
It's so pathetic and so cute. And when he eats, it's like he unhinges his fucking jaw to fit as much fucking wet food in his mouth as possible.
The cat next to you meows. Jinjee, he makes like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a
did you
cute one
know?
though.
Sometimes he makes very cute sounds. Sometimes he just does a little like but he also the one time he doesn't speak, which doesn't make sense, is he'll walk up to his water bowl, and if he wants fresh water, he just like sits there and stares at you.
Yeah.
And then eventually you notice he's sitting there staring at you, and you go, "Oh, do you want fresh water?"
Yeah.
We were thinking about getting him one of those big ones that self refills, but the problem is that he doesn't. Like, I don't know, he drops food in his water because he's a ding dong.
Yeah.
He does not.
He also
eat.
moves his bowl into the middle of the floor.
Yeah, he drags it.
It's really funny.
Wait, maybe he's gonna go to it right now.
But in the middle of the night, we'll be like in bed and we'll just hear the sound of his water bowl being like dragged across the floor.
Yeah, he literally drags it like 4 to 5 feet from its location. Yeah. Right? Is he going for treats?
Oh, he's going for some tweets.
Going for some tweets.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping. She yells for you to come watch her eat, but then she wants fresh water and just sits and stares at you. You know how hard it is to figure out what they want when, like, Carl will go and give him wet food and then he just sits there. And we're like, what does he want? Water?
He likes Temptations now. He's huge into Temptations. He's a very expensive, like I said, a very expensive garbage cat.
We got him addicted to Temptations.
Yeah.
This is the worst thing we can do.
Yeah.
It's almost as worse as making retail stores for Netflix. What do they want to sell? Fucking Stranger Things merch?
Probably.
Like, when you think of Netflix, what comes to mind other than Stranger Things? Like, if you think about it, you're like, oh,
Who drew the dicks?
Who drew the dicks? That was okay. I will say, American Vandal. That's top tier shit.
Who drew the dicks?
Who drew the dicks? That's top tier. Top tier stuff.
Really good, yeah.
I'm trying to think of if there's anything else, like, because Netflix, they think that, like, they're a fundamental.
Oh, and Making a Murderer. Is also
That's true. That's true. They do make a lot of shows, but it's mainly because they just throw money at anything, right, to stay ahead of other people. But to be like, I don't know if they're like a cornerstone of entertainment, in a sense of like, I don't know, maybe, I guess I don't know how kids think about it. Like, because we used to be like, think about entertainment in a form of channels as opposed to the shows on the channels. And now if it's a specific show.
Not so much in Canada, because a lot of our stuff was picked, like, so if I think about some Canadian channels, like, so YTV, a lot of it was programming that was picked up from the States, and like,
That's true.
like anime that was like dubbed. There was some original Canadian content because like Canadian laws require that for like Canadian channels to have a certain amount of content. But a lot of our content is brought in from other places. Yeah.
And sometimes other places stuff is filmed here. And then
a lot of shit's filmed in Vancouver.
And then that qualifies, I think, as a Canadian television in some sense. This year's was The Fall of the House of Usher, which is based on Poe's work. It's really
I heard
good.
about that. I was reading
I
about
guess
that
maybe
the
I
other
thought it was about Usher, and I assumed he did some R. Kelly stuff. I'm just kidding. I want to piss on you.
Do you have your passport? Do you have your shots?
The thing that I would say about a Blockbuster store that I appreciated the most outside of movies because there was nothing worse than going to rent a specific movie and they were out of all the copies.
But sometimes they had it guaranteed in, and they would get like 100 fucking copies of that movie.
And then sometimes you'd be like, "Can you look in the return bin if anyone returned it?" But renting video games was huge, especially now.
Because then you didn't have to commit to it right away.
Well, I guess, would that even work? Because if you rented a game on a disc right now, when you went home, you'd have to download probably 50 to 100 gigabytes of updates just to then return that game in a couple of days or a week.
Yeah.
But like when we were kids, obviously, I think Blockbuster, I probably stopped going when PlayStation 1? I can't remember when it disappeared. Dreaming Butterfly, can you tell your friends to follow me? I will not tell them that. You have come in like twice, always talking about follows. Hang around, become a friend. They'll follow you in that way. That would work.
Yeah.
But now I don't, like a Super Nintendo game or something like that. You can, you could like play the whole game and return it. But now I don't know if it would work as well.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well, Dreaming Butterfly. I hope your stream and everything is going good. We are actually probably just getting ready to head into town.
Gotta get some sawdust. We gotta
get some
buy
groceries.
some marijuanas. We gotta get some groceries.
It is legal here.
Yeah.
For those who
we
don't
live
know.
where it's legal, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna go get a twofer.
A twofer.
And you probably don't know what that is.
The other thing, maybe we should save our money though, because there's a big investment. This is kind of the only last interesting thing I found. A big investment. Twitter to charge an annual fee for brand new accounts on the platform. Now, initially when I seen that, I was like, everywhere? But apparently in New Zealand and the Philippines.
Have a great too, Jamie Butterfly.
Take care. Schrodinger's question, whether I'm joking, is based entirely on your reaction to the initial question. Yeah, exactly. So October 17th, they changed it now. So any account opened from New Zealand and the Philippines has to pay $1 a year, $1 USD, in order to do basics like sharing posts, replying to others. And new accounts must also verify phone numbers in their Not a Bot program.
Fap, please tell me what you love about Japan.
No tipping.
Oh,
Really?
they actually, because they pay people well enough?
Yeah, I guess that's probably it.
Oh, speaking of Japan, that one guy that, like that pest streamer that is been arrested, and because Japan has like a 99% conviction rate,
yeah,
he's probably
I
going
was
to jail for 3
actually
years.
just going to type that in. So for you,
Johnny Somali.
Yeah, for those who don't know, there's this clown named Johnny Somali who is a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
And he went to Japan and he acted like a fucking idiot. He went into construction sites that were cordoned off. He tried to start fights with people.
I mean, we've never been to Japan, but one thing I do understand very heavily about Japanese culture is you don't want to infringe on people and you don't want to be a fucking annoyance. Mind your manners.
Oh. Zaffo said it's insulting to tip in Japan. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, that's interesting. I know you're supposed to make sounds when you eat, right? Doesn't that mean like you're enjoying it?
I think that's Chinese culture, but I don't know, maybe where it's just like, I think, yeah, you slurp your noodles, but I don't know for sure. I just also, I don't know.
Yeah. So if you had a snack or a drink and you're out and about, you have to stand somewhere or drink or munch. Oh, really? So this dirtbag was going into, he had his TTS on, he was going into restaurants and people were spamming Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and he was saying it himself. He was dressed like he's dressing up like anime women. Like basically he was doing what people do in America, but not like in Japan, they have strict laws against nuisancy.
Yeah.
And basically, he literally filmed himself doing all of it, and he's fucking arrested.
Yeah.
And Japan has a 99% conviction rate.
Like, they do not fuck around.
And people are speculating that basically they're going to torture him.
Because there's also no... Well, yeah, they said
with
they'd be
sleep
questioning it.
deprivation, not with, like...
There's also no, like, being released early for good behavior or bail or anything like that in their jail system.
Nothing. So... what the speculation is, and they've, I guess, apparently made reference to him being made an example of.
Yeah.
And
he's in big trouble.
They think they're gonna keep him awake for like 72 hours until he says, "I did it. I'm sorry." Yeah. And then they're gonna lock his ass up for 3 years, and then they're gonna deport him.
Like there's actually been, I think, like groups that have talked about how like the Japanese penal system's like actually not like super humane. But I will say sometimes like. So when the criminals are really bad, I struggle to feel empathy for them. And when it comes to like, you know, the Japanese death penalty, and I know it's kind of frowned upon what they do, I don't mind what they do. What they do is they don't ever tell you when you're going to be executed. Yeah. You get told, "Oh, hey, in 2 hours you're going to be executed."
Yeah.
And that's like all the time you're given.
I think that's great.
I don't disagree with that. Those people didn't give the people that they killed the decency
they didn't
to let them
phone them
know.
up and say, "I'm gonna murder you in an hour if you could just make sure you're home," or whatever. Can you walk down this back alley so I can assault you later? Like, it's tough. The problem with the states or with the legal system is there's, like you had referenced, that Netflix Making a Murderer was like, are people potentially being put to death who didn't do something? But I think in some countries like Japan or whatever, what they said the reason that this Johnny Somali hadn't been arrested before, because he got knocked out, some guy,
it's because they were gaining evidence.
They were basically collecting it all, so that there is no way for him to get out. And I know America does that too, but I don't know. I assume Japan has a better handle on things. I don't know. Speaks volumes for how quiet and respectful they are. I was in an arcade one night after being there for a week, and I heard someone coming in, and they were clearly drunk and talking loudly. I've been so used to the quiet and reservedness, though, I genuinely thought something was wrong. Oh yeah, where we are, it's
bars
the
are like
louder you are.
everywhere.
Like, it's not like if someone's talking, you wait for them to finish. You talk louder than them so people can hear you instead.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's. I remember as a kid, for those who do or do not know Tom Green, which I believe I
Daddy,
have
would you
account?
like some sausage?
Do I still have that account?
Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you
I
like
may
some
not have
sausage?
added it back. I may have forgot. But basically, he has it's called Tom Green's Subway Monkey Hour. And my friend, I don't know, he recorded it off a TV on VHS. But he goes to Japan and he does exactly this. And I was like, I don't know, 11, 12 years old maybe. And I thought it was so funny. I thought it was super funny. Like, he goes to the subway and he lays at the top of the escalators.
And he's just a fucking
so
nuisance.
people can't go around him, and everyone is so polite. They won't do anything. They just stand there. And he just, like, he goes up to temples and he starts rubbing his ass on stuff, saying, you know, my bum is on the geisha. My bum is on the geisha. You know, like, ridiculous Tom Green stuff. For those of you who do or don't know who he is. But thinking about that now is just like, I don't even find it funny, and I guess that makes me old.
Or it didn't age well.
Yeah, I guess the big thing too is like
I've come to
the point where it's like you learn that one of your main goals in life is to not, you know, bulldoze over others, to, you know, allow, live and let live, right? I'm me, you're you, do your thing, whatever. But it's, I lost my train of thought there, but basically, I've learned that through watching TikToks and prank videos on YouTube, that it should be a crime to harass people at their job if you are not there for what they provide.
Like that piano dude who was playing the piano, and that lady came up to his piano and like smack, and then the second time she smacked it, like fucking like gave out underneath him.
Yeah.
And then she stole his money bucket.
Thank you, Gigi. Yeah, like just any, like the problem is that if these were applied retroactively and we went back in time, I would be in jail for being a nuisance, I'm sure. Like throwing snowballs at cars or wet toilet paper or whatever, right? But it's
you were also a child though.
Yeah, that's true.
When you were doing that shit.
The craziest thing about this Johnny Somali thing in Japan is when he started doing it, he had 20 subs.
Yeah, we had more subs.
He had a
than
sub
him.
goal of 25. And he was willing to go to jail. Actually, no, remember? So he did all this shit and then he left.
Mm-hmm. And then
he came back 3 weeks later, and then they arrested him. That's what happened.
It honestly, it is absolutely fucking shocking to me that we were bigger streamers than him on Twitch.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's a lot bigger now, but like, I wouldn't be doing that for fame.
No, God, no.
It's kind of the thing though now, right? Like that 3-week time period, that guy's brain was so nacho cheese microwaved useless that he thought 3 weeks was a long time. All the shit that I filmed 3 weeks ago, no one will remember because I live on a 24-hour basis.
Yeah.
And Japan's like, no, bro, we're glad you came back. We were about to see if the States would deport you, or they were probably going to ban him. It's fame that will last a month.
And then he gets jail for 3 years. So I hope it was worth it.
Like I said about a lot of people that, you know, like even Sniper Wolf with that whole thing. In the future, people who are seemingly one-hit wonders won't exist as if they didn't before they got famous. You know what I mean? Because there's so many. Back in the day, like say in the 90s or whatever, it was like one-hit wonder songs. There was like 20, right? Whereas now it's like everything is a one-hit wonder.
I mean, no, there's been lots of one-hit wonders throughout
that's true.
history. Every year has a one-hit wonder that comes out.
Yeah.
I think we're just very unplugged now from popular culture and music because we're old people.
We're popular.
And like my music interest peaked like 10 years ago.
Yeah, true. Rick Astley, I'm never gonna give. The only song everybody needs to know so that they can sing to their Barbie is I wanna push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna take you for granted.
Well, I will. By the way, if you haven't seen it, we've seen it twice. I enjoyed it. The last like half hour with like the I am Ken.
And I'm great at doing stuff.
It's great.
Oh, no, wait. I am enough, and I'm great at doing stuff.
Yeah, it's great. Fucking Ryan Gosling is
I wanna take you for granted. Well, I will.
But yeah, Barbie movie. Phenomenal.
Yeah, with that said, you guys, we don't take you for granted.
I will say, if you are offended by the Barbie movie, you have some deep interpersonal work to do. And I wish you the best on that personal journey.
True. That is true.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll say about my beautiful voice, Philip, I sang that song to Krissy to show her that I wanna. I'm just kidding.
But the first and like I believe last bouquet of flowers you sent me was from Peter Dinklage.
That's true. That's true.
That was so long ago.
Yeah, that was when we were courting, as it were.
Yes.
As it were.
When Game of Thrones was still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we just get goat spits. But my lovely, lovely sins. I think it's about all my hips have in me.
Your hips don't lie. They're starting to tell you, boy.
Maybe I'll play some Pikmin on stream when I finish this one, so I can play it on the Wii. No? Well, I'm playing it on a Switch emulator right now. That I won't stream that one, but we have the other ones on Wii U.
Okay.
So we also, I don't know, Nintendo likes to chop off dinkies. So
yeah.
Not literally if Nintendo's watching.
Yeah.
That's the new Switch game. It's called Dinky Chop.
We probably won't be playing Pikmin on stream.
I would love if you played Pikmin.
It's not going to happen. Because
it might. No.
Are we going to find a copy of Pikmin in town for you to play? To put into the old Wii U and boot up and play? Is that what's going to happen when we go to town?
Maybe. I do yell at them a lot, and people would probably think that I was like a Joseph Stalin, the way I yell at these Pikmin. I'm like, what are you doing? I wish you were yellow like a smart Pikmin. Just kidding. You guys, you know what? Things just pop into my frond sometimes, and it's not my fault. Pikmin plot would be great on you. I make my Pikmin.
Just looking at it, and the words pop right into my frond.
Okay, everybody. Let's fucking go, lads. Have a great day.
Let's fucking go, lads. Let's fucking go.
Writing your book and nothing else. I'm gonna release a memoir like Jada Pinkett Smith, and me and Krissy have actually never met. I've only loved Tupac my whole life.
We're actually not married. I'm a figment of his imagination. I'm Kat.
I pretend you're Tupac every time we're naked. I'm just kidding. Love you.
A weird witch laugh.
Don't forget to send me those private mustache pictures. Here you go. Just for Jason, we'll exit. We'll exit on a mustache cam. I wanna push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna take you for granted. Well,